Today, I'm breaking down the exact landing page that's doing $100,000 a month for my e-commerce brand and how you can copy the exact same framework and do it for your own brand. So the brand is Neat Apparel, and we sell shirts that hide sweat. We bought this brand when it was doing roughly $9,000 a month, and we've been able to scale it to six figures, $114,000 per month in under 12 months. So a big part of this growth came down to one thing. It's simply building landing pages that can convert at scale with paid ads. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through that page section by section and show you exactly why we did each element the way we did, so you can apply it to your own company and to your own ad campaigns. So let's get into it. All right, first, let me put a contrarian take here. This is not actually about having one killer landing page that does all the work. It's about having a killer landing page or homepage and then a black belt product page. That's what we're going to break down today. Why is that? If you ignore your homepage, you will pay the price in a higher cost per acquisition. We find that all traffic passes through the homepage, and that is your opportunity to drive home the point of differentiation to increase ROAS and increase conversion rate. And so that's what we'll break down is your homepage and product page, how those two work together. So your homepage or hero section, think of it as this digital salesperson, and you have 3 seconds to hook someone before they bounce. That means designing your homepage, that hero section, for new visitors in mind, not existing customers that already know your brand. So that above the fold section is everything. That is the part of your website that 100% of your traffic is guaranteed to see. So every pixel counts. If you lose them here, nothing else matters. They can't make a buying decision because they've already gone. This is why we obsess over this section more than any other part of the page, and especially on mobile. So let's start with what they see first. For us, it's the product in action. We use the water balloon comparison video to really showcase why our shirt is different from other regular shirts. They see our shirts hide sweat while other shirts don't. Additionally, our copy supports that and speaks to this point of differentiation with language like, unlike regular shirts, ours hide sweat, or no pit stains, no back sweat. Make the switch. So the singular goal of this experience is one thing: remove confusion and make it crystal clear why we are different from regular shirts. That also means saying no to different brand language you want to use, trying to get them to buy right away. It really comes down to, can we own our unique category in their mind? If so, you are winning. Because when we have confusion, we have no conversion. So that is goal number one. We know this because when someone lands on this page, they're subconsciously asking a very simple question. Is this for me? And why is this different? And if we can answer that with copy and visuals that support that one question, we can ensure there's no confusion around why we are different. Now, look at the headline. We also lead with the outcome and not features. When you speak to the problem or the solution better than anyone else, that is much better than just speaking to technical details. So we lead with hide sweat instead of patented fabric technology. The reason this matters is because no one really cares about your technology until they understand the value that it offers to them. We even renamed the products to things like the Sweat Defender T to actually reinforce this benefit-focused approach to the brand and to reinforce our point of differentiation. The other thing we're careful about here is congruency. If your ad says something like no more sweat stains, the landing page needs to reinforce that and have the exact same copy. This might sound nuanced, but if there's a disconnection between what the ad promised and what the page says, people will feel like they clicked on the wrong thing and potentially bounce. This is why we would actually have the ad copy align with the landing page copy. The other thing is someone who's problem aware, meaning they know they have a sweating problem but don't know the solution yet, sees different messaging than someone who's product aware and already searching for sweat-proof shirts. We want to show the price early and use a very clear call to action around the add to cart button. A lot of brands want to hide price or make people scroll to find it, and that creates friction and confusion. When someone has to hunt for basic information, they start to feel like you're hiding something, you're creating fatigue on the page. So I recommend putting the price front and center so they can immediately decide if this is within their budget and if it's for them. And if your ads are doing a good job, you're demonstrating value ahead of time so they aren't surprised with the price. The other key part with your call to action is funneling people to that flagship product for first-time purchases. The beauty of using your homepage as a core landing page for ads is that it's more scalable based on what products you have inventory on or demand on season. That means that you can easily funnel people to the right acquisition product for that time of year. So for example, in the summertime, we're pushing people to our crew bundle packs, whereas in the wintertime, we're pushing them to our long sleeve bundles. And we don't have to worry about link issues or operation complexity within the ad manager because it's the same link. We just re-merchandise the website or simply update the links and the call to actions. This is something that is really overlooked when you're trying to scale a brand significantly. Now that we've hooked them above the fold, we need copy that keeps them reading. Most brands write copy that sounds like a corporate brochure, and that's a problem because people don't want to be sold to. They want to feel understood. So write copy that sounds like a friend who gets their problem. The way we do this is by using customer language, not company jargon. We say hide sweat stains instead of something like moisture wicking polymer technology, which people will fall asleep when they hear that because that's literally how our customers describe the product when they talk about it. And the way to find this language is by actually going where our customers already are. We have customer surveys, product reviews, Reddit threads where people complain about sweating through shirts. And we want to understand the nuance of the language they use when describing that. We copy and paste the exact phrases people use when describing their frustration and then put that language right back on the page. And as a hack for that, we follow the PAS framework here, which is problem, agitate, solve. The problem here is tired of pit stains ruining your confidence, and then we agitate it by saying you've tried moisture wicking shirts and they still show sweat, and then we solve it with Neat's patented fabric that actually hides sweat, not just absorbs it. The reason this works is because you're meeting people where they are emotionally before you offer the solution. If you skip straight to the solution and try and get them to buy, it doesn't land as hard because they haven't felt that you understand the pain they've gone through and you don't really understand what they're trying to solve. Okay, now we've addressed the homepage. Let's get to the star of the show, which is the product detail page. This is where the rubber meets the road to actually get a transaction. So we've got them reading, we've got them interested, but now we need to give them a reason to buy and to buy today. And without thinking about like, oh, maybe I'll come back and buy it another time. Urgency is key here. I hate seeing brands do all the hard work, but then at the bottom of the funnel, they don't give you a reason to buy today. So most e-commerce brands either have zero urgency or they use fake countdown timers that reset every time you visit the page. But both of these actually hurt you because if you don't have anything that's real, there's no reason for the customer to act. And if you have a fake countdown timer, it really destroys the trust and feels a little gimmicky and can diminish the brand. We have a warning section that says, this shirt will sell out again. These shirts are hotter than your ex's DMs after a breakup. It's playful, it fits our brand voice, and more importantly, it's actually true because we do sell out regularly and we've trained customers to understand that. We send notifications when we sell out. We send notifications for pre-orders and wait lists. We send notifications when we're back in stock. We're training customers to act fast and conditions them for future launches. We only use urgency when it's legitimate, like when we're actually low and running out of stock or have a limited color. Now let's talk about bundles, because this is where we really move the needle on average order value. When we acquired the brand, the AOV was around $38. We've now gotten it to over $112, and bundles were a huge part of that. The way bundles works is they really push people towards bigger orders by making the multi-pack feel like the smarter choice. What most people miss is that the positioning of your bundles matters significantly. That's the 80-20 of this. So with this bundle, we don't just call it the 2-pack, we call it the intro pack to dryness. That small name change makes it feel like it's a curated solution rather rather than just a discount for buying more, especially for first-time customers. These are our top 2 colors. These are the ones that we know deliver, and it really positions it as, hey, if you want to try the brand, this is your first step. It gives the bundle its own identity, which makes people feel like they're getting something special. By the way, if you're running an e-commerce brand and scaling has started to feel a little unpredictable, this is exactly the kind of stuff we love to help with at GrowthHit. We work with brands to figure out what's actually blocking growth and build a system that compounds over time instead of just throwing more money at ads. So if you want us to take a look at your funnel and give a clear roadmap, click the link in the description to book a free call and we can see if we can help. Okay, back to the video. Where a lot of brands fall short is they tell you their product is different, but they don't show you. Anyone can write, our fabric is special, but that doesn't mean anything until I can see it. So we use visuals to prove what we claim. In the product image carousel, we have these technical shots with annotations. There's an inside the shirt view and an outside the shirt view. These graphics show exactly how that technology works, so someone can see it, not just read about it. Most competitors use lifestyle photos, which are fine and aspirational, but don't actually prove anything. Another big call out is below the main call to action, we have user-generated content. These are real customers showing real use cases. One of our best performers is the water balloon test, where someone pours water out in the shirt on the inside and you can see that it doesn't soak through. The reason UGC works so well is because it's more believable than polished brand content. When someone sees a real person, not a model, demonstrating the product, they think, hey, that could be me. This seems like a great use case. And then we have the comparison chart. There are a million other shirt brands out there, so we needed to carve out our own space, our own category. So this chart shows exactly what makes Neat different. It helps justify the premium price, and it makes the buying decision easier. It helps us position our category in their mind and what to anchor it against. So when someone can see a side-by-side comparison, they don't need to do the mental work of figuring it out and why it's better. We've done it for them. Now, this might sound counterintuitive, but you don't actually want everyone to buy. You want the right people to buy, because the wrong customers lead to returns, refund requests, bad reviews, and they were never a fit in the first place. So we like to have a section of is this for me and when to use it that really calls out explicitly who the product's for and when it's for. We recommend it for business people, for public speakers, anyone who sweats through shirts. This helps the right people say, hey, that's for me, and it helps the wrong people kind of self-select out so they don't waste time. And this is helpful. We talk about using on job interviews, first dates, presentations, travel, and the gym. The reason this matters is that it expands the perceived value. When you can start to understand the different times you can wear it, you're going to see the value in the use cases rather than maybe wearing it for that one time you thought you'd wear it for work or for the weekends. So someone who might land on this page is thinking they need the shirt just for work. Now they see 5 different situations they can wear it. More use cases means more ROI in their mind, which makes the price easier to justify. For social proof, we're intentional about which testimonials we feature. We don't just slap random 5-star reviews on the page. We pick testimonials that tell a specific story someone can relate to. When someone reads a testimonial, they might think, oh, that's my exact situation. So look for testimonials that either enforce your point of differentiation or addresses a common concern people have when buying the product. And then there's the FAQ section at the bottom. These aren't random questions we made up. They're the actual questions our customer service team gets over and over again. Will this work for extreme sweating? How do I wash it? What's your return policy? Every question we answer here is one less reason for someone to bounce, one less email our support team has to deal with. Plus, this is really good if you want to rank for AI-based search because it allows them to process the information even better. So this sounds obvious, but a lot of brands do everything right and they forget to actually ask for the sale. They build a great page, explain the product, overcome objections, and then the CTA is blurred and unclear. At this page, it's super simple. Add to cart, appears multiple times on the mobile navigation. It's very thumb friendly. And so not just once at the top, but all throughout the experience. That sticky add to cart follows them, so no matter where they are, we flatten the funnel so it's very clear what that next step is. The less friction between I want this and I bought this, the better. We also offer the 60-day guarantee, and we make this very visible because even after everything, there's still a voice in people's heads that's like, hey, what if this doesn't work for me? The guarantee quiets that voice. So the ask isn't always buy now. Sometimes it's try it risk-free, which feels a little bit of a smaller commitment and a much softer ask. But as good as it is, this landing page doesn't work by itself. It's one piece of a bigger system. If you just copy this page but ignore everything else, you're not going to see the same results. This starts with your traffic source. This page gets traffic from meta ads, from Google ads, from organic search, from affiliates. Each of these sources has a different level of awareness, so the messaging needs to match. Someone coming from Google searching for sweat-proof undershirts already knows what they want and they're product aware. But someone who saw the ad on Instagram might not even know a product like this exists. They're just problem aware. So we adjust page messaging depending on where the traffic is coming from. Then there's the what happens after they buy. Customers get follow-up emails asking for reviews and offering for discounts on their next order. The landing page gets the first sale, but if you're not bringing them back for a second or third purchase, you're leaving money on the table. So we treat the first purchase as the start of the relationship, not the end. That's where retention-based marketing like email and SMS and your Klaviyo-based automation flows can have a huge impact. And finally, this page didn't start out this way. We've A/B tested headlines, images, CTAs, page layout. One test we ran was a hero video versus a static image, and video increased conversions by 49% for paid traffic. The point is, you're never done. You test, you learn, you iterate. Your traffic is always changing, so you need to factor that into your experiments. The page you saw today is version 20-something, not version 1. So if you're running an e-commerce brand and you feel like you're doing all the things right, but growth just is plateauing and it's not working, we can help. Click the link in the description below to book a call to chat with our team. We'll take a look at your funnel and we'll do our assessment to understand where you're leaking money, where you're inefficient, and then what is the game plan to not just fix that, but be prepared to scale. So again, click the link in the description to do a free call. And if you want to see our 2 best ads that helped us scale this e-commerce brand from $9,000 a month to 6 figures a month, watch the next video to learn.